Hello, Becky here. Welcome back to my channel. I have been wanting to do a few more of these mommy moments, which is how my channel started, and I've been meaning to record a few of these mommy moments to go up on Mondays. But as a mom, it has been very difficult for me to find the time to sit down and record and edit all the videos. I have been really putting a lot of work and effort into the bookish content on my channel this year and doing a lot of vlogs. I've done a spring reset video and a spring cleaning video as well, like a clean with me background motivational video thing, I guess, with a 60-minute timer on it. So I've just been doing a lot of filming and editing and neglecting to take video for the mommy stuff. I also want to start a marriage, I don't know what to call it. It would be like marriage moments, and they would also come out on Mondays. So I would have one video, 1 week would be mommy stuff, parenting stuff, really, and another week would be marriage stuff. So we'll see how that goes. It's hard enough for me to find the time to record these videos. It's 10 times harder for me and my husband to find the quiet time to record these videos. So if you are new here, or you're new to the mommy side of my channel, the parenting side of my channel, I just want to say, these videos are geared towards moms, but it's also just parenting in general. I am speaking from the perspective of a biological mother who, speaking of mommy moments and marriage moments, my daughter just came and interrupted me because I have to do something for my husband. So I was like, what was I saying? And my daughter's like, something about books. So I think my train of thought was about, I am speaking from the perspective of a biological mother who has birthed and nursed 4 human beings. So if you're a dad here, or identify just as a parent, or they, them, whatever you identify as, but you are a parent, or you want to become a parent, or you're a foster parent, or, a favorite aunt or uncle, or I don't know the gender neutral term for an aunt or uncle, you are welcome here. And I hope that what I have to say is meaningful and resonates with you in some way or another. I did have a very lovely comment on my last mommy moment video. I was talking about being a stay-at-home mom and not having a career. And I got a very lovely comment on there talking about how YouTube suggested my video to this person. And they're like, this is really great. I hope you find the right audience for this and keep going, kind of thing. And they were not a parent themselves. So it was really nice that they watched my video. And if you're here, thank you so much for the lovely comment and everything. So I want to make these mommy moments kind of shorter videos, like 10 minutes would be really long. It'd be really awesome if they were under 5 minutes, but I talk a lot. So if there's nothing else you know about me, I am very chatty. And being at home 24/7 with a 2-year-old toddler, I do a lot of talking, not a lot of dialoguing. Well, that's not true. 2-year-olds talk a lot, and they talk back to you a lot. But it's not the most intellectually stimulating conversation all the time. Sometimes. Not all the time. So since my last mommy moment video was talking about being careerless and not having any passion or drive for having a career, when my oldest daughter was 13 months old, I went back to work working at a daycare, and I had a daycare job for a little bit prior to having a baby. Before I got married, I got a job at the daycare, and that job was really, really fun. And I was mostly with kids like ages 5 to 7-ish, not very often with babies. I wasn't really changing diapers. Sometimes I would cover for somebody as they went for their lunch break, and I would sit upstairs while the babies were sleeping. And before having children of my own, I was never very comfortable around babies. I never knew what to do with them. Now that I've had my own babies, I'm more comfortable around babies and kind of know what to expect with them. But at that age, I was like, babies are cute, but I don't know what to do with them. But I enjoyed my job at the daycare. Then after my daughter was born, I got a job working at a daycare again, and this time I worked in the 12 to 18 month room with my baby. And that probably wasn't the best decision, because I was just like so tired of dealing with babies. Like, I love my baby, but the problem with it was that I would go to work and I'd bring her with me, and then I'd get no break from her. Working at the daycare, although it's not a bad job, it is very much a job. Let's just put it that way. I'm talking a lot. I need to focus. The point of this video and what I want to to say. So my last video before this one about parenting, I was talking about not having a specific career, just jobs that I've done. So this video, I just wanted to talk about the benefits of being a stay-at-home mom. I've pretty much always been a stay-at-home mom. Like I said, I went back to work when my daughter was 13 months old and got pregnant that exact same month. Started work in February, and my second baby was born in November. And then sometime, I want to say around like October or so, when my baby was around like 11 months old, they asked me to do a couple of shifts at the daycare, and I did. But it was easier just for me to be home with my children. So I pretty much have always been a stay-at-home mom since my daughter's now 12. So for a dozen years now, over a decade, I've basically been a stay-at-home mom the whole time. So if you are a working mom, a working parent, you can share your thoughts down below. I know it's exhausting. That's what I learned. The little bit I did work as a parent. And I did get a job back in 2021. This is what happens when I go back to work. I got a job in 2013 and I got pregnant. I went back to work in 2021 at a craft store here in town. I started back at work around May. It worked out I didn't need any childcare. It was the first year all three of my kids were in full-time school. So I got pregnant. I got pregnant just before I started that job, or just like right around the time. I think I started in May, but it might have been in the end of April, and I got pregnant end of April. So this is what happens when I go back to work, is I have another baby. So I'm just not meant to be a worker, okay? That was a really good job though. I really enjoyed that job, and it was exhausting at some point because I was pregnant, and pregnancy is exhausting. But I didn't have toddlers at home, and I wasn't dealing with babies at work. So it was a much better situation for me anyways. Sadly, that store closed down, so I didn't even have a job to go back to if I wanted. What are the benefits of being a stay-at-home mom? Even when your children are in school full-time, I can only speak about the school here I live in Alberta, Canada. It might even just be specific to the town I live in, maybe not even the whole province or across Canada. I know things are pretty different depending where you live, even within the same country. But they have a lot of days off school. They have a lot of Fridays off school. There's a lot of long weekends. There was just a week off in March for Teachers Convention. They start their week off for spring break. Today is April 11th, and it was their last day of school. And now they have 10 days off for spring break. They have the whole summer off. They have a little over a week off at Christmas time. There's lots of days off. So I don't need to find childcare when my kids are out of school. And I know there are people who work as teachers or in some capacity within the schools, so they have all the same holidays, and I think that's a really awesome idea. A job that revolves around the school schedule is really awesome. There's also sick days. When your kid is sick, they can't go to school. So if my kid is sick, I gotta call into my job and stay home with them. So they're missing school, I'm missing work. So that is a benefit of being a stay-at-home mom. As well as it benefits my husband, my spouse, because he doesn't have to take time off work to take care of the kids because they're home from school sick or on vacation. He knows that I am there to do it. I'm free to take the kids to the dentist like any day of the week, even if it's the middle of the day and I have to pull them out of school. I don't have to just schedule after 4 p.m. I know some people still choose to do it and not take their kids out of school, but I can take my kids out of school if I want to, or I need to, or there's an emergency, without taking time out of my job. I'm not the best homemaker. I used to enjoy cooking more. I do feed my children, I do feed my family, but it is really hard when spaghetti and pizza are like the only things I can get all of my kids to eat and enjoy. It is hard to cook for kids when they all have different tastes. But if I learn to budget my time and work on more of a schedule, I do have the opportunity to cook. And I'm not saying you should cook every child, every person in your house a different meal. I'm not saying that at all. I don't agree with that. We kind of have the philosophy in our house, like, I cooked it, eat it, or go make yourself something else like a sandwich. Not, here's the fight, not a bowl of cereal or junk food. Or like my daughter will have like a piece of bread. And I'm like, no, you need to eat something else that's agreed upon, but I'm not cooking it. We're not as strict as, this is the food I made, so eat it or starve. Although some days when you're fighting with them a lot, it's like, too bad. Then I provided dinner for you and you're not eating it. That's not my problem. I'm just saying I could make. I have 4 children. I talked so long that my camera just froze and gave up and was like, too bad. Part of the end of your last video probably didn't save. So I'm gonna wrap this up because I have been talking for like half an hour. I think it was at 22 minutes when the camera froze. We're going on a road trip tomorrow and I haven't packed yet. I'm gonna go. There are benefits to being a stay-at-home mom. I shared in the last vlog about not having passion in my life, and it wasn't about hating where I am as a stay-at-home mom or being ungrateful for the privilege to be a stay-at-home mom. It is a huge privilege. People are like, I don't know how you do it. Most people cannot survive on one income where we live. And most people, even with the kind of income that my husband makes, cannot survive on a single income. It's just the cost of living is getting so high and inflation is getting so high and the cost of everything is going up and up and up. Yeah, God has blessed us so much to allow me to be a stay-at-home mom. And that is a huge privilege and a huge blessing. And my video about not having a career and not having something to go back to when my son is in full-time school, not having a passion for a career outside of being a mom, doesn't negate the fact that I am grateful for the fact that I can be a stay-at-home mom. I'm just having a little bit of a life crisis of what I do with my life beyond being a mother. It's like I'm preparing for empty nest, and empty nest is not for another like 17 plus years, right? Assuming they all stay with me to at least 18. It's almost like I'm having this, what do I do in 16 years from now? Which is a short time off, but a long way off too. So I just need to like chill out. But I'm looking for passion in my life. I want passion. I need passion. And yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. This is absolutely ridiculous and crazy, and I don't know what's going on. My dogs are running upstairs. I gotta pee. Thank you for watching. Comment some kind of chatty emoji in the comment section down below. Please like and subscribe if you are enjoying this content and want to see more from me. It's mostly bookish content, but I am a Christian married mother and would like to incorporate those things into my channel, but still like 80% bookish. I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye!